Hi students, welcome back to my class. This is Vijay Lakshmi Naik. Today we are going to deal with class 7th Geography, chapter 2, Inside Our Earth. The Earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet, unique planet as well as a blue planet. So our Earth is constantly undergoing changes inside as well as outside. Students, do you know what lies in the interior of the Earth and what is the Earth is made up of? Okay, first let us know about the interior of the Earth. Interior of the Earth. Just like an onion, our Earth is made up of several concentric layers with one inside another. The uppermost layer of the over the Earth's surface is called crust. Crust is the thinnest of all the layers. It is about 35 km on the continental masses and only 5 km on the ocean floors. The main mineral constituents of the continental mass are silica and alumina. It is therefore called sial. The oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium. Therefore, it is called SEMA, silica and magnesium. Then, just beneath the crust is the mantle, which extends up to a depth of 2,900 km. Then, the innermost layer of the earth is core, with a radius of about 3,500 km. The innermost layer is the core with a radius of about 3,500 km. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron and is called knife. Nickel plus ferrous. Ferrous means iron. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. Now let us learn about the rocks and minerals. Our Earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks. Then what is the rock? Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the Earth's crust is called a rock. So rocks can be of various different sizes, textures and colors. So there are mainly three types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. So let us study one by one. Students, do you know how these igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic words are origin? Igneous. this is a Latin word. Ignis means fire. Then sedimentary, it's a Latin word. Sedimentum means settle down. Then metamorphic, it's a Greek word. Metamorphos, meaning change of form. Students, as I told you, there are three major types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. The first one is igneous rocks. So this is also called as primary rocks. As I told you, igneous means this is a Latin word. Igneous meaning fire. So then how the igneous rocks form? When the molten magma cools, it becomes solid. Rocks thus formed are called igneous rocks. There are two types of igneous rocks: intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. Then, how are extrusive and intrusive rocks are formed? Actually, lava is fiery red molten magma coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. When this molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes solid. So, rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called extrusive igneous rocks. Example for the extrusive igneous rocks: basalt. So the Deccan Plateau is made up of basalt rocks. Students, sometimes this molten magma cools down deep inside the earth's crust. So solid rocks are formed are called intrusive igneous rocks. Since they cool down slowly, so they form large grains. So example for the intrusive igneous rocks is a granite. Grinding stone, it's made up of granite. Next is sedimentary rocks. Students, you might have observed rocks used to roll down, crack and hit each other and are broken down into small fragments. These smaller particles are called sediments. These sediments are transported and deposited by wind, water. These loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rocks. These types of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. Example for the sedimentary rock is a sandstone, which is made from grains of sand. Sedimentary rocks may also contain fossils of plants, animals and other microorganisms that once lived on them. Next is metamorphic rocks. Under great heat and pressure, igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rocks. So for example, clay changes into slate and limestone into marble. Students, you know very well, rocks are very useful for us, right? We use rocks for making bridges, buildings, roads, so many things. And we use stones in many games. So we use rocks in many purpose. Now let us study about the rock cycle. One type of rock changes to another type under certain conditions in a cyclic manner. So this process of transformation of the rock from one to another is known as the rock cycle. Now look at this picture. You can understand very well about the rock cycle. Students, we have already learnt when the molten magma cools, it solidifies to become igneous rock. These igneous rocks are broken down into small particles that are transported and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. So when the igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to heat and pressure, they change into metamorphic rocks. So again, the metamorphic rocks, which are still under great heat and pressure, melt down and form molten magma. So this molten magma again can cool down and solidify into igneous rocks. So this process is called a rock cycle. Students, do you know rocks are made up of different minerals? Then what do you mean by minerals? Minerals are naturally occurring substances which have certain physical properties and definite chemical composition. You know very well, minerals are very useful for human beings. So coal, natural gas, petroleum, iron, aluminium, gold, uranium, these are all some of the examples for the minerals. Some minerals like coal, natural gas, petroleum used as fuels. Iron and aluminium. These minerals are used in industries to make some of the machinery items. We use gold for the making ornaments. So we have so many uses from the minerals. Okay students, we have completed the lesson here. I hope you have understood the lesson very well. So let's meet in the next class. Bye and have a